How's it going, guys? I'm Kyle with Newegg TV, and today we are here at the Gigabyte ESPORTS LAN Event, where top players from all around the world are duking it out in StarCraft 2 and League of Legends. A grand prize of 21 grand is on the line. I'm super pumped, so let's go watch these guys kick some ass. Alright guys, I'm here with Edward from Gigabyte, and he has agreed to talk to us a little bit about their new line of upcoming hardware. Behind us right here is their new line of GTX 680 GPUs featuring their new WindForce cooler. And we actually had a chance to benchmark this card in the Newegg TV studio not too long ago, and I remember it doing phenomenally well. I was seeing temps in the low 60s under full load, and that really helped us to achieve some higher clock speeds with NVIDIA's GPU boost. But aside from that, I see some crazy stuff over here. If you can let me know, what is this thing, and when can we get one?
Thank you very much, Kyle. Welcome, guys, everybody watching at Newegg TV. Welcome to GESL. And this is the biggest and baddest GTX 680 on the planet right now. This is our brand new GTX 680 Super Overclocked Edition. It is the world's first 5-fan cooler. It is called the WindForce 5X. And you can imagine, guys, this is just a monster of a card. It is going to be able to take everything you throw at it, and you can expect it to be on sale on Newegg in about 1 to 2 months.
I especially like the fact that these 4 fans here are mounted on the side. So actually 5 fans right here on the side. So if you even want to do like an SLI configuration, you can easily do so and still get dedicated airflow to each of your cards individually.
That's absolutely correct. And how these fans work is that they actually pull air upwards and dispel out of your case because it prevents any hot spots between the motherboard and the graphic card.
Very nice. Can't wait to test that out. Aside from that, we have some lovely looking peripherals over here. I see a new mouse, and if you could tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, definitely. So this is the Avia line of Gigabyte gaming peripherals, and this particular mouse on display right here is the Krypton, and as you can see, it's resting on the Krypton mouse pad. So this mouse and this mouse pad are made for each other. This mouse pad is actually dual-sided, so Kyle, if you would just turn that over there, you can let everybody see what the other side is. So one side is cloth and the other side is a hard ceramic material. Now the Krypton mouse itself comes with 2 bottoms. So this is the ceramic side and the other side is made out of Teflon. So this side is made for the hard side and this side is made for the cloth side. So awesome mouse. You can also expect this to be out on Newegg in about 1 to 2 months. And of course it also comes with a weight set for all the gamers that want to customize how their weight is. And over here we have the Force M9 Ice. It uses a special laser system that allows it to function on practically any surface, even ice itself. That's where we got the name. And of course over here we have the brand new Xenon touch mouse. Now this is a touchpad mouse. As you can see, you can use finger gestures and it will give you certain commands using the software. Perfect for professors trying to give a speech, office meetings. You can custom use your Excel files on the fly. So great products coming out for Gigabyte, both on the graphic card side as well as the gaming peripherals. And we hope you guys take a look at these.
Excellent, Edward. Very fantastic products. Cannot wait to see that new graphics card. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you, Newegg TV.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm here with Irene from Gigabyte. She is probably the biggest backbone for this entire event. She's been running around constantly throughout the weekend, putting on this whole show, and you've been doing a fabulous job, by the way. Everyone's having a great time. But Irene also knows a thing or two about motherboards. And speaking of that, we actually have 4 lovely motherboards right behind us, and maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, actually our new motherboard is our G1 Keter series. The main feature for our G1 Keter series is, I want to show you at the motherboard that we actually highlighted here is our G1 Sniper 3. The main focus for this motherboard is it comes with the Qualcomm Keter network chip and also the creative sound chip on the motherboard. The reason why we're putting these 2 main features to the motherboard is we hear a lot of gamers, they mainly focus on their sounds and the networks for the during the game. So we think this is something that we definitely want to add it to a motherboard, and to create some additional value to the motherboard as well. And you save your money, save your space on your motherboard. That way you don't need to worry about compatibility.
Very nice. And I also see that you've almost separated the sound chip from the rest of the board, almost as if it's a discrete sound card in a way.
Right.
I really like that. And you also have another one right over here,
Yeah.
but it looks like it's a micro ATX.
It is a micro ATX motherboard. The reason why we create this motherboard is because the size of the board that fits the smaller case. That way, a lot of Game Boy they can bring their system to game with their friends, especially like a LAN party. That you will be able to do a portable system. That way, we can have more people to get together and play together.
Very nice. So a lot of the same features you see in the full-size version, but for portable people on the go that maybe go to a lot of LAN tournaments, like the one we're having this weekend. Very nice features there. Why don't you tell us about the other two boards over there? Those look very nice, and I think I've actually done an overview in the Newegg TV studio of this one right here. This is the Z77X UD3H. Tell us a little bit about that one.
For the UD3H, that we want to let people know that this is definitely the really great motherboard because the features it's just perfect for every users, and the price is the most affordable for Z68 with all the features. And there's a unique feature that we put in the old Gigabyte Z77 as the M-SATA that you can see it right in the center here. That actually can take advantage of the Intel new Rapid Smart technology that you can get as SSD-like system. Has a really fast boot up performance on it, and also you can see there's a two-way SOI and crossfire and a lot of the connectivity available for the motherboard. So for the price and the performance, I'll definitely want to see this is the best Z77 motherboard and the one that you really want to have.
You hear that, guys? It has an onboard M-SATA connector, and it also supports two-way Crossfire X and SOI. So even if you're an intense gamer, you can still get this board and be sure that you have ready support for all of that. Very great stuff. And this last board right over here, what's this all about?
This is our Z77X UD5H. This board that we actually define as a workstation performance motherboard. The reason why is I think, Kyle, you can already feel it's a lot heavier, right? Yeah, because the feature is really rich, and it comes with a lot of additional connectivities. And you can see there's a heat pipe here, perform better on the thermal solutions, and it also has the two-way SOI and crossfire, and you can see there's a more connectivity on the SATAs as well. So you do see the differences between two motherboard on the performance and workstation board. So that's the reason why that we wanted that people know that Gigabyte really have think about like different level of the users for their system usage, and that we create a different kind of motherboard for your options. So for this UD5H compared to our Sniper 3,
Okay.
for the Sniper 3 you can see here there's a four-way SOI and crossfire. So if gamer they want to add more graphic card during the game for this, it's definitely something that you can think about and then choose to go with our gaming motherboard.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm here with Violet from Empire. And Violet, please tell us, how have you been doing so far?
Actually, I'm very do well in my group. Probably first or second place, but I hope first place because now my opponent playing. So if I beat to win, I will get good seed. But if I lose, maybe second. But it's not a big deal. But I'm very excited with this tournament.
Do you have any advice for maybe any amateur gamers that are looking to get into professional esports?
I want to say just practice a lot and then watching the lots of player and lots of strategy, and just if you just following the strategy and just following you get a limit. But if you think a lot and practice a lot, just together you will be good. Can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, first I want to say thanks to my team Empire or our sponsors, Seagate, Razer, Adidas. In this tournament, after next tournament, just keep cheering me. I will try to my best. Thank you.
All right, guys, we are here with Team Dynamic. They've been doing phenomenally well. They got a bunch of victories yesterday. They just got their first victory for today. And how are you guys feeling about your victory so far?
We were confident coming in, so we were fairly happy with that victory, kind of expecting it. But, we got some tough matches ahead. We're excited to go play them, though.
Definitely. How do you guys prepare for a tournament like this?
We were actually at a LAN center. We had MLG last week, so in between weeks we actually stayed here. Kind of went and practiced at a LAN center a little bit, so I think that kept us fresh throughout the week.
As far as like smaller tournaments like this, is there anything that you prefer over a smaller, more personal event as opposed to like a massive event?
One of the better things with these smaller tournaments, the staff has been incredible. Like MLG, the staff was kind of like, come on, get up and go. We got to get these matches moving. These guys are really friendly. They're accommodating. It's great.
Well, you guys are doing so awesome. I'm very proud of you guys. Congratulations on your victory. And is there anything you'd like to say to your fans out there?
Thank you to Plantronics Gamecom. They're amazing. BenQ and Team Razor. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Team Dynamic. You can follow me on Twitter at NintendoX. Not that big of a deal, though. And gunners are pretty awesome. I wear gunners, so you should too.
Well, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm here with Cooler Master, and they have a great assembly of new hardware that I haven't seen before. I see 3 new keyboards. This one's called the Trigger. Could you give me some insight?
Sure. This keyboard has memory, onboard memory. Gives you 3 to 4 profiles, so you can save your macro settings and keyboard configurations. The major functions of this keyboard are LED control. If you press the storm button, and you can change the functions of the keyboard. The next keyboard we have over is our entry level. It's a Quickfire Rapid. Okay, this is an all mechanical keyboard. We have different switches: brown switch, blue switch, and red switch. Just your very entry level basic keyboard for the budget gamer. And then if you want to step it up one more, you can get the Quickfire Pro. Okay, now this one has a few LED lights, just the major functional keys here, WASD, and any extra keys that the gamer may need for any typical game. The next thing I wanted to highlight was our power supply, Silent Pro Hybrid. This specific power supply, you can actually control the fan on the power supply itself. In fact, if it doesn't have enough load on the system, the fan doesn't even turn on. So it keeps the system at a very minimal noise level.
That's really great with that added flexibility. You can just kind of fine-tune the fan to your needs, and not only is it quiet, but it also saves energy when you're just idling.
Yeah, definitely. It also has fan control, so you can actually control all the fans onto this control panel right here and control everything at the same time.
And is that just integrated into your like a 5 1/4 inch bay right there?
That is correct.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Armin, for sharing with us today, and look forward to trying out these products.
Not a problem.
All right, guys, so now we are here with David from Kingston. And David, first off, I just want to say thank you guys so much for always providing us with any of the hardware we need, whether it's for a system workstation at work or a sweepstakes giveaway. You guys are always one of the first vendors to come forward and just chuck SSDs at our faces, and it's awesome. It's absolutely glorious. I know right now I'm working with 2 240 gig HyperX SSDs in RAID 0 in my editing station at work. No big deal, but they work phenomenally. I'm so satisfied with their performance. So it makes me wonder what actually goes into a Kingston product that makes it such high quality, especially when talking about the HyperX line.
Sure. I think one of the things we strive to do at Kingston is we're always testing. So it seems like we never stop testing. We'll test chips as they come into the factory, before they even go on a PCB board, before we even start to build them. And then as soon as they go on a PCB board, we'll test them again, put them through the regular production process, test them again, and then, right before we package them up, do a final test. So it's really about testing. Our goal is, once a Kingston product goes out the door, we don't want to see it again. Because it's not good for our name, but the most important thing is it's not good for the customer.
Exactly. I know that you have about 8 different SKU models on our Newegg site, and I actually looked them up yesterday online, and 7 out of 8 of them have 5 out of 5 egg ratings, which is just like almost unheard of, and the 8th one is like 4 out of 5. So I mean, just like all across the board, very well received products.
More eggs the better, right?
Exactly. There's a new SSD in town that you guys have been doing. It's the 3K model for the HyperX line, right? So what is the difference between that and your standard HyperX SSD?
Sure. So the HyperX 3K, what we're talking about here is we're talking about the NAND durability. So the regular HyperX, the original one, the one that's blue and the blue and the silver, that has a 5K NAND. So Both SSDs have the SandForce controller, the second generation, the 2200 series that everybody loves, and you're going to get performance, in excess of 500 megabytes per second sequentials read and write. So what we're looking for in the 3K is we put a little bit different NAND in there, so the durability of the NAND is down. Instead of 5,000 programmable erasable cycles, there's 3,000.
Oh, only 3,000. Oh, so small.
Yeah, but what does that mean for the consumer, right? So typically for a user such as myself, I'm not a power user. I'm just your average user. It really doesn't matter, whether I'm going to put in the original HyperX SSD or the 3K. That thing is going to last such a long time. I'm more than likely going to change out my computer system before the SSD wears out. So really, people don't need to worry about that, the durability at all. I think that the best thing about it is the price. It's at such a great price. I mean, it's Newegg.
Yep.
Yeah, we want people to go to Newegg to buy our SSD.
Absolutely.
And the HyperX 3K, you can't go wrong with it. And the thing is, if you're a system builder or if you're just looking to upgrade that computer, let's say you have an old computer lying around, it's a couple years old, and you're kind of looking at, what can I do to kind of refresh the system and give it a kick in the pants, give it a boost. Easiest thing you can do is put an SSD in there. Hopefully a Kingston SSD. You can't go wrong with a HyperX 3K.
Absolutely. And another really easy way to just upgrade your computer and see instant results is with memory. And I know there's some Kingston HyperX memory here. It might not be the most recent model, but it still works phenomenally well. What kind of special attention to detail do you guys put into your memory kits?
Well, the system behind us that we have here is featuring our HyperX T1 memory. So T1 is top of the line. So what a customer is going to notice is that the heat sinks it's a very aggressive look. It's about almost about twice as high as your regular height of memory. And so we're looking at speeds in excess of 2133 megahertz.
Very nice.
And they come in all sorts of configurations. There's dual channel if you're looking at Ivy Bridge. There's quad channel if you want to go a quad channel setup. And then if you're still running X58, which is tried and true, still triple channel. We have 4 gigabyte modules, and we're going to we actually have some 8 gigabyte modules too now.
Very nice.
Yeah, can you imagine? It used to be a dual channel configuration. It used to be you couldn't get any higher than say 8 gigabytes in your system. You can now go 8 gigabyte modules. You can go 16 gigabytes of memory in a dual channel system. That's a lot of memory.
Thank you, David, very much for giving us a little more insight on this amazing technology, and it's good to see you here today.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate the time. Thank you, Newegg.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, we are here with Illusion. He's on Team Quantic. And Illusion, how have you guys been doing so far?
I've been doing pretty well. I just made it out of my groups, 4th place in my group, but better than not making it out, so I'm pretty happy with my result. The start was a little bit shaky, but as I progressed, got used to the setup and everything, I've been playing a lot better. I just won my match versus STX, and I was playing really comfortable, so I'm really happy about that.
Very nice. Does the fact that these kinds of events that are broadcasted to thousands of people bother you at all? Does that make you nervous, or are you pretty much used to it by now?
Online, it doesn't really bother me at all. It's really, at first it was really nervous for me when there was a huge audience, but nowadays when I go out here, I'm fine and perfectly normal. I actually like when there's more people.
Because it's more people, it almost motivates you to do better, right? You can kind of show more people what you're made of and stuff.
Yeah, you want to show what you can do.
Do you have anything to say to any of your fans that are here today or watching you from home?
Thank all of you for watching, and hopefully you'll support my Team Quantic and our sponsors, and I'll show you guys better games in the future.
Thanks a lot for talking to us today.
No problem.
All right, guys, so we are here with Rachel from CSN, and for those of you who might not be too familiar, Rachel, why don't you tell them what exactly it is you do?
Well, I'm an esports reporter. I travel around the world. I've been to Korea, Europe, and all around the North America event scene to interview professional gamers, and often in Korea I go to houses to see where professional gamers live, do little house tours, made some informational videos. I just do all kinds of stuff for Cybersports Network, as well as we have a player that I kind of help manage, and if there's a thing to do in esports, I'm usually there trying to do it for somebody.
You sound like a very busy person with a very hectic agenda. That's amazing you're able to do all that. Do you have a passion for this kind of thing? I mean, you must be doing this for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't know this, but I actually used to compete. I played on a Team Fortress 2 team for a couple years. We were moderately successful. I actually went to a Gigabyte LAN like years and years ago at Envision in 2008, and my team was there, and we did very well in the Gigabyte portion of the LAN, not the main one. But yeah, I got into it as a gamer. I did this show called WCG Ultimate Gamer, which was like kind of reality show, but it was really cool. Actually, one of my good friends, Kat, was the winner. She's a chick, and she won $100,000. I got knocked out at 6th place to Pac-Man. But after that, you know, I kind of met this girl, Kat, and I'm like, wow, you know, this girl is really good at video games, and you know, if I get attention in gaming, it's going to be because I'm a chick. So maybe I should do something related, something to still help esports, but not play. I just can't keep up. So I became a reporter. I used a lot of my on-camera, laissez-faire attitude to bring gamers to the masses.
Beautiful. So as far as this tournament right now that we're having this weekend, are there any gamers out there that you feel are going to win?
I don't like to pick winners. I went around to all the Slayers guys individually, and I'm like, you man, you're going to do it, just to like give them a little bit of confidence.
Absolutely.
I don't think they took it that well. Clyde was like, you joke? I'm like, no, I'm not joking. Like, you're really good. Artosis says you're the best, and he's like, Artosis my friend, though. And I'm like, well, you're obviously pretty okay at the game. Of course, there's Violet. I love Violet. He's the Zerg player for Team Empire, and we take care of him at CSN. He lives with my boss, so.
Oh, nice.
I always like to root for him.
Very cool. He's like such a humble guy too. Like he's just.
Really? Did you? Was this Juani you talked to?
Oh, maybe that was just the interview. I guess I haven't talked to him much off screen. What about these kind of smaller types of events like the one we're having this weekend? Do you prefer, if anything, over like a massive MLG tournament?
Well, it's really cool to just, you know, I have a lot of time to kick back and relax here, and I get to help out with a lot of different things. Usually at a big event, you know, it's like, hey, come in for a couple hours, stay by the stage, and talk every 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, I can do that. But here I really get to help all aspects. You know, I run messages for production. I'm like getting Red Bull for people, you know, just running around the event. But I get to see everybody and talk to everybody instead of kind of being stuck in a corner. So it's great to do that.
Wow, it seems like you need a Red Bull for yourself.
I've had a couple. Can you tell? I'm like really awake and happy right now.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us today, and we hope to see more of you.
Great. Well, thank you so much for you know, helping out with the event. You guys are a major part of what makes GESL possible. That's why you're in the name, I guess.
Thanks very much. What's your name, buddy?
Alec.
Alec. And Alec was just walking by, and he recognized me. He's like, hey, you're Kyle from Newegg. And he's like the first guy that's recognized me since we've been at this event, so I thought it was pretty awesome. Started talking to him, and it turns out he actually knows a lot about computer hardware. He gets all of his stuff from Newegg. And Alec, what's currently in your system right now?
I have an NZXT Phantom with P68 XDE, I think, motherboard, a 560 Ti, and
Got any SSDs in there?
yeah, I got a OCZ 120 gig.
Can I come over to your house sometime and maybe we could like play a game or something?
I live kind of far from here though.
Are you here representing Team Solomid or something?
Yeah, I actually have a shirt that I bought, well, I actually got it gifted from my friend, which is like his older brother's X-Special.
Very nice. How do you think Team Solomid's going to do at this event?
They're gonna win it. They're gonna stomp everyone.
Yeah? Oh yeah! All right, man. Awesome, man. Well, Alec, thank you for talking to us very much today, and hopefully I'll see you around.
Okay.